Rail network perspective, I might just go to the rail network that goes up the middle there, from Adelaide up to Darwin. Now, the original purpose of the North-South Rail Link was to develop Darwin as a regional trading hub, in the expectation that we would facilitate trade with countries like Singapore, Malaysia, Indonesia. But interestingly enough, to a great degree, that hasn't happened, but the railway network is very well utilised, just taking goods to and from Darwin. It's facilitated the growth of a number of the mines along the rail track that might not otherwise have eventuated. So that rail link is actually working, but not for the purposes that it was originally built. The other rail link that is quite important is the east-west link, which goes from Perth across to the eastern states of Australia. The very interesting thing about rail networks in Australia is that generally they are not regarded as very economic, and short-haul rail in particular is considered quite uneconomic. However, the east-west link does work for the very, very simple reason that it is quite a long stretch of rail. We can double-stack containers, and there are some reasonable passing loops along the way. So in Australia there is a general, what we call rule of thumb, that rail networks don't work unless they're at least or around 1,000 kilometres long. So the rail network that connects Melbourne through to Sydney to Brisbane is very marginal, only carries about 20% of the freight compared to road. Now, the road task in Australia is very, very efficient, mainly because the combinations of vehicles and the mass limits are quite high. So the road industry in Australia is super competitive, and rail often in shorter